Hello everyone, in this video I'll be doing a full overview of the Ancient Mega Pack plus Random Loot mod by Paramonov here and showing you how to use it. This mod is the biggest mod in Baldur's Gate 3 in my opinion. It adds a massive amount of new items into the game, a whole new way to go about crafting, and you can see here, the items have their own unique appearances to them as well. It basically gives you an entirely new experience in Baldur's Gate 3 every single time. This is the closest that console players can get to a Trials of Tav randomized roguelike experience, as every time that you go about completing a quest, you're going to get randomized loot. Not just this, it's also going to add in some extra chests into the game and change the loot table, so you're constantly finding new pieces of gear. Another thing with this is whenever you find a piece of gear, you have to make a tough decision, because if you pick one of these items, the others are gone forever. So it makes runs much more exciting. On top of this, there's also the Arcanizer module here, which allows you to recreate different items using gems and different things you can get from fighting bosses, adding to the extra replayability of this game. So you can see here, you can put together, like if you have a normal longsword and you want to enhance it and make it a magical one, there's different recipes in this. Now this mod does come with a huge book explaining everything, so if you have questions, this is the best resource to get information out of it. There's 18 pages in this book, it's very well done. So it explains the enchanting system with 244 new items, 61 different enchantment branches. It's going to show you a bit of this in here as well. And the item must be unique, not a generic longsword +1. And then you add in the items here, and it's going to give them, with the enhanced dust and other items, the Astrum crystals, you'll be able to create your own items. For example, like some Fey recipes here, any common weapon plus the Astrum Arcanum plus 2 Fey Emerald Dust will give you a Fey weapon with a special enhancement. There's also ones for Netherese, Eldritch, Celestial, and more. So yeah, you can see they all have different abilities as well. There's also going to be an Arcanizer that doesn't do anything just yet, so there's more updates coming. And actually, while I'm on that topic, there's actually an update July 1st. That's why I kind of put off doing a video on this, because there's so much going on with this mod. It's incredible. So in top of that, you can also get different items from merchants, bosses like Auntie Ethel, Nair, Mal of Storm. They also give you a bunch of different upgrade materials, so they're like loot pinatas. And there's also different effort chests and things that you can get extra special items and upgrade materials from. So this adds to even further excitement to the game. On top of this, Wizards of the Coast might add this as an official game mode for Baldur's Gate 3, but for now it's simply just them working on it. And there's a lot of work that has been done. This was a mod that's been in the works since Baldur's Gate 3 released. They also talk about their community here because they want it to be a community project. So they want people to be able to create items and add them to a loot table for others to enjoy as well. So I highly recommend reading through this all, because there's a lot of good details here. So like they even do Google forums about AMP's quality, and they receive feedback, and they're actually working harder to make the game even better with this mod. So you can also check out the mod page here for a lot of information. It also balances the game though. That's another thing that's really important. And I'll show you, it changes how loot is in the base game considered. So it also makes some changes to the economy as well. It changes darkness, which I love darkness. I use it often because it is pretty much cheating in a sense, because it makes the NPCs work a little differently. This actually allows them to go into darkness and fight you in darkness, which I think is an awesome change. Equipment changes as well, which I'll show you, as they also change the long rest, short rest, recharging on some of them. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So you can see here, like the Gloves of Belligerent Skies, the Cloak of Protection, the Warped Headband of Intellect. These are normally uncommon, and it changed them to now be a rare item in the game. So there is changes like that to certain things, like the Nair Mister is now a legendary crossbow, as it really does kind of feel like that, dealing force damage. So they've made a variety of different changes, the Infernal Rapier now being a legendary, the Unwanted Masterwork Scale Mail being a very rare. You can see this from a lot of these items. They got a big boost. Cloak of Displacement's now a higher rarity. A lot of the rings too, like the Coruscation ring, a lot of the items that I really do enjoy using are boosted up in the rarity. So they rebalance this. And even things like the Ring of Regeneration, which was a very rare, they brought it back down to rare. So this completely changes a lot of stuff in the base Baldur's Gate 3 and makes it, I feel like, a lot more fair. The debug chest offers a lot of these items too, so you can use the tutorial chest to summon this in, and I'll show you how the crafting works, because it can be a bit confusing at first. So it's a game of matching colors. Now what we'll have here first is you got to select one of these objects. So the Astrum Arcanum, we'll just go with a first level upgrade. We'll take the Fey infused wrappings here that you get from the game, and then we're going to match another color here, so the Fey Emerald Dust. So we'll attach two of these here and go boom, and then we'll craft together, and that just gives us another version of that there. So you can also then go ahead and upgrade this with a higher color. So we'll do the purple ones here now. Take the item, and then we'll add in 2 blue of the netheries as 0 dust here, and then we'll go into crafting it, and then boom, it's going to upgrade it and make it into the higher level version. So this is how you continually keep upgrading them. It's just a game of matching the colors. So if you get some purples, this means you can turn your blue gear into a purple item. And you can see there's obviously a lot of different items. They all, I don't have enough time in the world to be able to go over all the items, because this is literally like a full Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough worth of items. Paramonov's done a really great job of adding so much to it. So like you got this here, the Eldritch Amulet of Light. It upgrades it to the celestial level. And with the, you see here, our level 4 abjuration spell, when it first started, it was only level 1. So as you continue to upgrade them, the abilities get stronger. Some of them will add extra damage, like this is 1 necrotic damage, and then this goes all the way up to adding 3 necrotic damage. And whenever you deal necrotic damage, you get yourself 3 health points. So yeah, as they continue to go up in rarity, they become even more powerful. Like this one, whenever a target takes acid damage from you, it must succeed a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid for 3 turns. And again, matching up our celestial golden dust here, we can throw in something like this Eldritch Ring of Brilliance, giving a +1 AC, +2 saving throws. And then we can turn this into something even more powerful, which gives us now 2 armor class and 2 saving throws. So yeah, you get the idea. It's matching colors, and these are all item drops that you can get from bosses. And then you also can, if you need to get even more dust, what you can do is you can take your certain type of dust, combine them together, and then boom, you got yourself an even higher level of dust, which allows you to, again, get some more upgrades made on your weapons. Another item that was previously mentioned is the Astral Disintegrator here. So this can be purchased from Damon. You can also find this on the Nautiloid, and you can choose as a reward from the Nautiloid. In addition, if you don't get it from those 2 locations, you can also go find Lump, and sometimes he will be carrying it. So those are 3 places to get it. But you want to get this because this is a very important item, because once you have the Astral Disintegrator, we can then go ahead with breaking down our gear. So you're going to pop that there, and then you can put 2 of your items into this here, and it's going to give you some dust. So yeah, that wasn't a very good trade. We used a higher rarity and only got the green one out of it, but you get the idea what you can do with that. Ideally, if you want these celestial level items, you're just going to put them both into there and combine them, and this will give you the celestial dust, so you can use to upgrade weapons. So there's a lot of grinding out different gear to be able to get the pieces that you want, but that's, I think, most of the fun of this. You also obviously get this as drops from whenever you're going against different bosses, so you can get multiple of these. I really enjoy a lot of these weapons, as some of them offer new ways to play the game, like the Chilling Halberd here, which they all have their own unique appearances too, which I think is cool. Like this is obviously a halberd from the game, but the big glowing blue looks incredible on this as well. And for example, the Blazing Rapier here, which is fire damage and has this cool fiery appearance to it. I love the appearances of these. A lot of these also feature different appearances for items that are already in the game. So like you can see here, different icon for like the Shar Spear, and then it also looks different. I also like this spear here with the skull on it. I think that looks really nice too. So yeah, all the weapons in this are fun to use. The thing that I like most about this is you're forced to come up with a new way to play every single run, because your items will dictate how your builds go. If you get items that boost up your lightning damage, you're going to want to spec around lightning. And with the change they made to some of the other pieces of gear, I think it is really fun to work around with and make your own kind of builds. They also include the training ring here, which is nice because you can equip this, and it has things like some of the tutorial chests, which has all those items there. You can also summon in an archer, which will try to fight against you. You can summon in the Kill the Chad, which basically your summon here. You can summon in the Chad, which is they're hostile but harmless. So if you wanted to test out your items, you can spawn them in, and then you got yourself a fight to go against this creature with 3,900 health points. And then if you end up getting bored with it again, you can always just automatically take it out. It won't attack you like the other one will, but yeah, you can go ahead with just kill it there. Power word kill takes it out. So yeah, this is cool because then it allows you to try out your different builds. Then there's also the Burbalang here, so you can summon a dangerous creature from the astral plane, may contain Astrum Imperium. So it summons in this imp here, and then what happens is whenever you go to go against this imp, you can fight it, and then it has some items sometimes on it, which didn't that time. But yeah, what I like the most about this mod is all the random different items. the changes to the base game items to fix the balance, and I think that this works really well to make things feel a bit more fresh. Like some items got decreased rarity, some got increased, like look at displacement here. So very well balanced, and I think that this is an exciting new way to play the game, and you can play this multiple times because there's so many different items that you can get, and it changes every single time, as a roguelike should. So yeah, this is honestly one of the biggest mods in Baldur's Gate 3. I think it's the biggest mod, so I will be covering this again in the future, as there is new updates all the time. We literally just got one a couple days ago. So yeah, the Ancient Mega Pack plus REL random loot mod by Paramonov. If you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as possible to help out with this mod. But yeah, it's an incredible one, and I highly recommend trying it out on your next run, as it brings a lot of cool things that aren't too overpowered, but you can use like the D20 initiative, as well as maybe even the tactician enhance to give enemies a bit more health if you find that you are a bit overtuned for the game. So again, let me know if you have any questions. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. Hope you have an incredible day, and we'll see you all in the next video.